Hey, it's Nancy Year Out. It is November the 22nd, 2023, and welcome to News with Nancy. Hey, I want to come in and wish everybody a happy and prosperous Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is like a great time for family to get together, friends to gather together, and just be grateful for what we've got, for what we have. Okay. So I wanted to say that, and I do have a few little tidbits of news, and I'll give you my intuitive take on what's going on. Here's what the headline reads. This is good news. This is exciting news. Israel and Hamas agree to breakthrough deal on hostage release and a 4-day truce. Now, this comes from CNN. Israel and Hamas have reached a deal for a 4-day pause in fighting. They're just pausing. So they're going to release at least 50 women and children held hostage in Gaza. And it's marking a major diplomatic breakthrough after nearly 7 weeks after the conflict started. Now, the deal, as laid out by key negotiator Qatar in a statement, would see hostages held captives by Hamas released in exchange for a number of Palestinian women and children in Israeli jails. So the truce, meanwhile, would also allow the entry of a larger number of humanitarian convoys and relief aid, the statement said. So the starting time of this pause, you guys, in fighting would be announced within the next 24 hours. And today is Wednesday, it's the 22nd. So we'll see what happens. This is what Israel told CNN on Wednesday today. So we'll see how that goes. So that's exciting news. There's going to be a pause in the conflict. So that's good. I did pull this too because there's more unrest as far as now it seems that our United States military is being fired upon. And this is the headline: U.S. fighter jets strike Iran-backed targets in Iraq after repeated attacks on U.S. bases. This is unfortunate. It says U.S. officials say their forces have been attacked approximately 66 times since October 17th as a result of the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza, 32 times in Iraq and 34 times in Syria. And in my mind, this has gone on way too long. My intuitive take on this is, what do you feel? There's more attacks than what they're telling us, and they're trying not to respond because they don't want to start an all-out World War III. So that's why they've been backing up a little bit. That makes sense to me. That's what I pick up intuitively. It says the strikes were in direct response to the attacks against U.S. and coalition forces by Iran and Iran-backed groups. Iran's at the core of this whole thing. The Post added, and come the day after a previous U.S. airstrike killed multiple Iranian-backed militiamen in Iraq. So they're just trying to be sneaky, and they're trying to come in and do all these things. And we've been cool because we didn't want to start a bigger conflict, but now we're having to respond. I don't know. I think it makes us appear weak when we don't respond right away. But I do think it's interesting that I pick up intuitively that there are more attacks on the United States military than what they're telling us right now. I want to bring up Rosalynn Carter's. She passed this last week. A White House-based journalist, Kate Anderson Brower, has chronicled the life of Rosalynn Carter for years, along with other modern First Ladies during her career. And the author of First Women, The Grace and Power of America's Modern First Ladies. And she spoke with ABC News this week about Mrs. Carter. And she said, Mrs. Carter, as we know, worked tirelessly as a mental health advocate. And I just think that she should be remembered for this. She also said that Mrs. Carter transformed her role as First Lady when she was actually influenced by former First Ladies, even as a young girl. And I think that's interesting too. So since leaving the White House, she and former President Carter, perhaps best known for the humanitarian work with the Carter Center that they developed and that organization. So she was, they had been married, you guys, 77 years. I wanted to say that because I think that's just a really long time to be with somebody. And I think that's awesome. So prayers to the family, and I'm sure she's in a better place. In fact, I know she is. So This is cool. This is good news. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. But what I have found out is that, here's the headline. There's a new 10-minute treatment that restores your sense of smell and taste in patients with the COVID Parosmia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that properly. So using an image-guided, minimally invasive procedure, scientists may be able to cure the loss of smell known as parosmia, occasionally found in people who were infected with the COVID-19. And I don't know if anybody else had this. I had it happen. For a while, my taste buds weren't right, and then all of a sudden they went back. But I guess some people's haven't. So lead author, Professor Adam Zoga, said that past COVID parosmia is increasingly being recognized, and that patients can develop distaste for foods or drinks that they used to enjoy. So it was previously reported as a rare disorder occurring after brain trauma, which is kind of crazy and scary, brain surgery, stroke, viral syndromes, and with some head and neck tumors, said Zoga. This is the author. And he says, we're not entirely confident that the procedure would work, but it has. So the treatment involves injecting an anesthetic directly into the stellate ganglion on one side of the neck to stimulate the automatic nervous system, which is accurately achieved with CT guidance. So this can be fixed. Follow-up data was obtained for 37 patients, and 22 of the 37 reported improved symptoms after 1 week after receiving the injection. So you guys, if you are, suffered, not being able to taste properly, there's a cure. There's a result that can be done. And so this is pretty cool. All right. Ask your doctor about this. So it's Thanksgiving time, and more than 1,000 flights are delayed, reported as weather disrupts for Thanksgiving travel. You know what? I almost think they do this on purpose. Weather issues and severe turbulence are disrupting Thanksgiving travel on Wednesday morning. That's today, particularly at busy Northeast airports. So more than 1,000 flights have been delayed, according to tracking site FlightAware, although fewer than 50 have been canceled. So that's good news. Low visibility caused the Federal Aviation Administration to slow flights down in New York City's LaGuardia and John F. Kennedy airports, while it changed the runways for arriving and departures. FAA expects more than 49,600 flights today. Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not flying. And the TSA expects to screen more than 2.7 million passengers. Wow. So Black Friday forecast is chilly and dry for most, but there's going to be significant storms in the Rockies. So you guys, and let's see, what do I pick up for Thanksgiving? Let's see what the angels have to say for Thanksgiving. Oh, love and light to all. Be grateful for what you have, even the little things, she says. And that's true. We got to be grateful that we have a warm bed, and that we have a home to sleep in, shelter, a roof over our heads, that we have, heat in our houses, and that we are healthy, and that we have family and friends, and that we have food to eat. I mean, come on. A lot of people are homeless right now. There's a lot to be grateful for. So if you're watching me today, just think of a couple things that you're grateful for, because we are so fortunate to just be alive in these bodies, to be able to experience life. That's a big deal. And one of my favorite things to experience is the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, and that's tomorrow, Thursday, November 23rd. And okay, so I'm in Mountain Standard Time, so it'll be like 6:30 in the morning till 10 a.m. But it's going off in New York. Broadway will be represented by the performances from Juliet, Back to the Future, the musical, How to Dance in Ohio, Shucked, and Spamalot, with an appearance by Josh Gad and Andrew Reynolds of Gutenberg. So that should be cool. This year's parade will feature 25 balloons, 6 balloonicles. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a balloon on a vehicle. That's what that is. And 31 floats. 7 new balloons, giants, will join the lineup. So there's going to be Beagle Scout Snoopy, Blue Cat and Chugs, Kung Fu Panda Poe, Leo the Lizard, One Piece's Monkey D. Luffy. I don't know who that is. The Pillsbury Doughboy and Uncle Dan. All right. So that's the lineup. Those are new ones. There's 31 floats, but these are 7 new balloons that are just giant. Okay. So that's what I just read. So the floats on display at the Macy's Parade can take 4 to 9 months, you guys, to get from concept to completion. I was just curious. I thought this was cool. In 2017, a total of 26 extravagant floats were in the parade, with average construction cost from $30,000 to $100,000 for each float. And that was reported by CBS News said that. So I don't know, you guys watch the Macy's Day Parade and give thanks, be grateful for what you got. If you're going somewhere for dinner, buy them flowers, thank them for dinner. Just thank God what you're grateful for. Say a prayer for people who are less fortunate. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's say a prayer. And if you join me, I would appreciate it. So everybody bow their heads and take a moment. And dear Lord, I just want to give a Thanksgiving blessing and thank you for everything that you've given us. We live in such a beautiful earth, and we are so blessed with our water and our trees and our land. And we're so blessed to have food and warm beds, and we're blessed to have our health, and we're blessed to be energetic souls who have the ability to do anything to create the life we want. And God, thank you for everything you give us. And please bless all the people who are really making a difference and really out there trying. Just bless us all. We're all doing our very best. And I bless everybody. And I thank everybody for everything that you do for others. If you're making the pies this year, thanks. If you're making the turkey, God bless. Everybody pitches in. And so I'm grateful to see everybody pitch in. I'm grateful to see all the good that's in the world and that's being done right now. And I'm grateful for all the listeners who watch High Road to Humanity, watch the YouTube channel, listen to my podcast. I'm going to be at the Conscious Life Expo in LA 2024 at the Hilton LAX, February 9th through the 12th. I will be teaching spiritual law and angel communication. And I will be at the New Life Expo 2024 in Boca, Deerfield Beach, Florida, March 16th and 17th. And I will be speaking again about connecting with your guardian angel and spiritual law. Okay, so we've got great shows coming up. I'm going to do a show tomorrow, so I'll have another one out for the weekend. You guys will get to watch. I'm going to have a lovely lady here from South Africa is going to join me. It's going to be really fun. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. And again, prayers to everybody out there. I hope you have a fabulous Thanksgiving. And God bless.